Hello, my name is Nur Aifarinisa Bita Abdul Mani. My metric number is 2025248214.
My name is Putri Nazana Witamaziki Fli and my matrix number is 2025235278.
My name is Aisha Kina binti Muhammad Nazri. My matric number 2025223666.
My name is Nur Irene Safia binti Zaidi and my metric number was 2025230114.
My name is Putri Nekma binti Muhammad Hakim. My matrix number is 2025427282.
Hi, my name is Nur Zaini Shafika binti Zariman. My ID number is 2024 855 834X.
For the applicability problem solving, our game is designed to strengthen players' problem solving skill. How? By placing them in realistic macroeconomic situation, where throughout the game, player must manage issues such as inflation, interest rate, money supply, quantitative easing, QE, fiscal and monetary policy in order to achieve economic stability. The policy box requires player to carefully evaluate different policy options, while the crisis and real-world scar events introduce unexpected situations like the 2008 financial crisis and COVID-19 stimulus measure. This challenge encourages players to think critically, adapt their strategy, and make informed decisions. The quiz box also reinforces learning by requiring players to apply their understanding of microeconomic concepts rather than simply memorize the concept itself without don't know how to apply when this real situation happen.
Race to economic stability helps develop players' problem-solving skills by placing them in realistic economic situation. Players must manage issues such as inflation, interest rate, money supply, quantitative easing, and monetary and fiscal policies while working toward economic stability. One way the game promotes problem solving is through policy boxes, where players choose different monetary and policy options. Each decision has its own advantages and disadvantages, encouraging critical thinking. The crisis and real-world event card, such as the 2008 financial crisis and COVID-19 stimulus, require players to adapt to unexpected economic challenges and make strategic decisions. The quiz boxes also reinforce learning by requiring players to apply their knowledge of macroeconomics concepts instead of just memorizing them. In the end, Race to Economic Stability provides a practical and engaging way to develop critical thinking, problem solving, decision making, and adaptability while learning monetary economics. Thank you.
One of the biggest challenges we faced was to balance the educational content with enjoyable gameplay, because at first our quiz and policy card they contain too much technical information, whereas for example too much theory about macroeconomics concepts such as inflation, interest rate, theory about policy, monetary and so on. So if we put ourselves into the player position where we play the game, it can be quite boring to just learn theory without any entertainment. So to solve this, we simplify the content, make the cards more interactive, and focus on creating an enjoyable learning experience. So as a result, we successfully developed a board game that combined education with entertainment.
One of the biggest challenges we faced in the design and development of Race to Economic Stability was how to incorporate real-world economic events into the gameplay in an educational way that was also easy for players to grasp. The intention was to give players a feel of real-world economic situations and to reinforce key monetary policy concepts such as inflation, interest rate, quantitative easing, and economic recovery. While we recognize examples of how monetary policy is implemented in response to different economic conditions, include the 2008 financial crisis, COVID-19 economic stimulus, Federal Reserve interest rate hikes, and hyperinflation in Venezuela. The difficulty was finding simple game mechanics to describe these events that players could quickly understand. For instance, the 2008 financial crisis was represented by moving a player backward on the board to show the economic slowdown and financial instability that occurred during the crisis. In the same way, the COVID-19 stimulus was depicted by allowing players to move forward, representing the efforts of governments and central banks to help economic recovery.
As we were deciding what to put in the event card, we had to consider each event in addition to how it happened, why it was important from a monetary policy perspective. This is crucial because we needed to explain it as simple as possible accurately in terms of its game effect, either moving forward or backward on the board. The most complicated thing we encountered was to present multiple causal events as a single game mechanism without resorting to false or overly simple causalities. This led us to go further into the events to see what the actual impact should be. As a result, we have made our own understanding and the ability to respond to a real economic crisis in monetary policy stronger.
For this slide, the primary novelty of this game is how it replaces passive memorization with hands-on gameplay. Instead of just reading about the market, players navigate the economy through dice roll, quiz card, and major policy events. The brilliant part is the scoring system, which is stability point. By watching this score fluctuate in real time, players got a direct visualization of how inflation actively hurt their wallets and exactly how central banks start to save the day. It makes complex concepts instead easy to grasp. Where the game creativity really shines is in the risk and reward mechanic, which mirror the real world perfectly. Take the print more money card. For example, a player can choose to use it to zoom ahead on the board for an instant advantage, but there's a catch. They are penalized with a loss of stability points later on. This perfectly teaches the long-term danger of inflation. Furthermore, the game brilliantly separates central bank action, core policy card, from big picture macroeconomic results like unemployment, which are handled via bonus draw. This clever design helps students effortlessly distinguish between monetary and fiscal policy without getting confused.
Alright, next is a business application. Our board game Race to Economic Stability has shown a strong potential as an educational learning tools. We first conduct pilot testing with classmates and other student classes from difference to evaluate its effectiveness. Based on their feedback, most participants found the games more engaged and easy to understand than traditional lecture-based learning. They also gain a better understanding of a key monetary economic concepts such as inflation, interest rate, money supply, quantitative easing, and monetary policy. Participants also suggest improvement to the card design and game rules, which will help us refine the game further. In terms of future application, this game can be used in secondary school, colleges, and university that can focus for economics and business subject. It encourages critical thinking, teamwork, and active learning through real-life economic scenarios. In the future, we hope to collaborate with a school and financial literacy organization and develop a digital version to make the game more accessible to a wider audience. Hi, my name is Nurzaini Shafika binti Zariman. My ID number is 2024 855 834X.
Another difficult difficulty we faced was in designing the quiz time questions themselves. Originally, the quiz cards were designed as open recall questions, meaning players had to answer from memory without any multiple choice options. Players were given a 30-second time limit to respond, but this turned out to be too short for this format. As a result, many players lost stability points simply because they couldn't answer in time or give an incorrect answer under pressure. Instead of feeling like educational activity, the game started to feel punishing. This made it clear that the quiz format needed to be redesigned, not just to make it fairer, but to be balanced spacing and actual learning value.
So from this project, I gained a deeper understanding of monetary theory while also improving my teamwork and communication skill. Our group member contribute different ideas, and although we sometimes disagree on the game difficulty and design, we work together by discussing each suggestion openly. And we also divide tasks based on each person's strengths, such as research, web design, and creating event guide. This experience taught us the importance of cooperation, effective communication, and mutual respect in achieving a common goal, where our goal is to develop a successful board game.